Okay, we'll take a quick view here around my tent. Everything's pretty well spread out, but it's pretty comfy. There's the heater. And then we come from the tent into the kitchen, and everything's really spread out in here. This is camp. Got the horses down on the picket line. All the tack hanging up. Mike's teepee's down below. Bruce's trailer's down below. Got the outhouse pretty close. Big campfire ring. That's where we cook. That's the trailhead going up to Hill Creek. First day here we cut a big pile of wood. That's what's under the blue tarp. So that ought to last us for the week anyway. Up that way is the trailhead to Fowler Creek. That's where we went this morning. We didn't see any elk though this morning, but it's a good trail. It goes, if you want to take the loop, you can go from Fowler Creek clear over across the top and back down on Hill Creek. Hill Creek comes down this big bluff up here. So anyway, walk over this way a little bit so you can get a better view of the tent. We've camped back in that area before. It's a good area. Anyway, there's the tent set up. Home for a week. Okay, we're gonna walk over to see Mike's teepee. Get a view of the valley while we're down here. See the streamers flying. The 3 poles over there, that's where we're going to hang elk meat when we shoot an elk. Here Mike's got his solar powered light out there, and this seems to be the weather predictor. When there's snow on it, it's snowing.
Welcome to the lodge.
Oh, here we are.
Cecil B. DeMille Springer. Look at that ridge. Such a deal.
Oh my goodness.
This is where it happens. This is where the evenings get passed, right here. Down the old. You guys could spend the night if you want. I'm gonna try to freeze your pass off.
He's got a fire here in the middle.
Got the fire. We could get that going, but Bruce said don't touch it off right now because it smokes. Well, it can smoke. We can get it going without too much smoke.
Well, now tell me about all your furs in here, Mike.
Okay, we got 3 buffalo furs that kind of surround the area, and we've got a wolf skin over here just for little decor, and some recent Native American artifacts that kind of jazz it up a little bit. I was telling you, probably the most significant thing with the weather that we've been having, these little rain sticks on the lodge poles. So
he's right here. Yeah.
Keep the drips going underneath whatever lashing. If you don't have that, you end up getting drips down in the teepee. So I put a couple more of those in just yesterday.
So what's the significance of the skull with the
fur on it?
Fur.
It just looks kind of creepy. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
it
like a
does look
dance stick. You know, the Indians would use most of those.
What's the skull? Like somebody's kitty cat or something?
I don't think that's a cat skull.
I don't know.
That's a pretty sharp teeth.
It's
Go look at it. Zoom in on
pretty
it.
rugged old teeth. I'm not real sure. We got a number of medicine wheels all around, all the dream catchers, kind of giving you good.
Look up too.
Got the flaps open so you kind of
got all kinds of teeth looking at you.
Those old goat skull, yeah, that was kind of a...
Now what's this called now again?
That's an ozan.
An ozan,
And
huh?
what it does, it takes the part that might drip a little bit,
Yeah.
the wet part of the teepee, and it turns it into a dry and a warmer area. The lining goes around the interior about 4 or 5 feet, and it tucks under. The teepee itself is set up a little bit so it actually draws up over the lining if you need air in here. And then the ozan tends to circulate the hot air kind of like a lean-to a little bit before it exits through the smoke clouds. That's the tail there. Yeah.
Whoop, we're hooked into the fire here.
Yeah, put those jingle cones on. Now you guys could all try this on as well. You know.
Oh, I want to see it on you, and then I want to see it on Bruce too.
How bad could it be?
Big Chief.
Get that.
There we go, yeah.
Now we're talking. Now we're doing it.
Now is that a chief's hat or a medicine man's hat?
Oh, they had all different types of headdresses. You know, the buffalo headdress. Usually they'd split the horn so it wasn't so heavy. And then the plumed ones that you'd see, the war bonnet, be the normal.
Okay.
Now you know why they lost the war.
Let's see Chief McDowell here.
Okay, Bruce can try this baby on. He can be the medicine man.
Now, these are my people.
There you go.
My genetics.
You got some background leading to it. I'll keep you warm. You know,
I
if
bet
you
that is warm. Now that's buffalo hide,
that's
right?
buffalo hide, yeah. You do look kind of.
Oh, yeah. Get the glasses on, trifocals.
Kind of fit.
God damn, this is a little heavy on your
Yeah,
head.
they usually split the horns. That was made more for
It's a
costume
bit
than the real deal. But
like
they would ride out on their ponies with those on. They'd go with their war bonnet.
yeah, well, one of these they look like a riding on it with a bobblehead.
Okay, we're going to leave Mike's teepee here and walk down here and take a look at this valley. Come over here closer to our picket line where we've got the horses staked out. As you can see, the road's a little soupy today. We had snow up here and it's about 50 degrees now and melted off. This big old draft horse, nicknamed him Clyde, that's what Mike's riding. And he's a pretty clumsy horse. Little Appaloosa down there is what Bruce is riding. The only thing bad about that little Appaloosa is she likes to lie down and roll over, even with Bruce on it. And the little sorrel over here is my horse. I nicknamed him Red. He's a pretty good horse. He's one of the better horses I've had out here. He's real sure-footed on the trail. Doesn't like those muddy trails, but he gets off on the side and he does real good. Don't you, Red? Yeah. He's a pretty good horse. Anyway, that's the picket line where we rest him and feed him here. You can see old Clyde, he's a big horse. He's got big old hooves. That's a trail that comes up from one of the campgrounds down below. Probably about a 20-minute horse ride up from that campground. Saves a lot of time getting up high here. That's the White River down in the valley. Usually see elk down in there, but that's private property. That's the YZ Ranch. Anyway, I'll get a better shot here later on. Get up a little higher, but that's the YZ Ranch in the White River Valley. And there's usually a lot of elk down in there. But as I said, it's all private hunting, private ground, private hunting. The other side, sometimes we ride up over there. They'll come out of those little fingers of dark timber there into the clearing during the evening and in the morning. The big mountain there in the far, that's Sleepy Cat. Back over that way, I'll try to get another picture of that later on when we get up high, but that's that goes back into some sheer cliffs there where the White River's cut down through it, and it's called Lost Solar Canyon. There again is just another view of the Fowler Creek Trail going up. And the mountain over that I'm looking at there with the sunlight on, little patch of dark timber, I think that's called East View.